Yes, hello, this is Bill Hernandez, editor at rockbandreviews.com in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. How are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself? This is Lance Bryant, Lance Bernard Bryant.
Wonderful. You're the guy I'm looking for. How's it going, sir?
I'm doing very well, and yourself?
I have no complaints. So where are you at today?
Today I am in Dania Beach, Florida. I think that's how you say it.
Yes, you're correct. Wow, I'm probably 10 minutes from where you're at right now. That's awesome. So looking forward to seeing you guys again. I saw you a few years back when you were here in Florida. We came back, we said hello. It was a fantastic show. I mean, amazing. So the other day I'm driving here on I-95 and I saw the big billboard, the Platters, and I said, I need to get on this. So here we are.
Well, I'm glad that you did. Thank you. That's very, very kind.
So we're looking forward to seeing you and the rest of the Platters tomorrow night at the Dania Beach Casino here. A wonderful venue if you haven't seen it already. And we hope tons of people come out because, you know, the music of the Platters and of that generation in general, I mean, you just don't hear that kind of music anymore. Even when you turn on the radio, it's really hard to find an oldies station unless you go into your satellite stations or something like that. So I think we're going to have a really good turnout. We're going to have a really great crowd.
Well, good. We're very excited as well, and you're right. It is. You don't get to hear music like this very often, so it's really nice to be able to share that with the audience and especially the people that really do appreciate the Platters music.
Yeah, definitely. Now looking back, if you can, to when you were a kid, can you recall when music first impacted your life?
I can. I learned music. I started singing from my grandmother. She would play piano and would sing in the church choir, and she taught each of us growing up, at least one song. Her song was "Lean on Me," and that's the one she taught us. But then music didn't really take off into my life until I was in high school, and I got involved in the choirs and the school plays, and I was just very fortunate to be at a school that had a really wonderful music program, and they supported me to follow my dreams and to follow my passion with music.
That's wonderful when you have that family support.
Yes.
Now back then, as a kid, who were some of the artists or bands that you were listening to that inspired you musically?
For me personally, I listened to a variety of things. The music was always playing in our house. So my father was a big fan of Al Green and Marvin Gaye. My mom would listen to a lot of gospel, so Shirley Murdoch and Shirley Caesar, along those lines. And then for myself, I was into Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston in my younger years. That's really the direction that I was into, and the groups that I loved were Boyz II Men and Take Six.
Nice, very cool, man, very cool. Two of my favorites as well. Now, listening to your voice, it's kind of a naturally kind of deep voice. Are you naturally a bass singer?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
I am.
Yeah,
However, in the show, I do go all over the place.
Oh, that's good that you have that range, though, that you can bring it up if you need to.
Yes.
Now, your voice is also your instrument. I mean, what do you do, if anything, to maintain your vocals while you're on tour?
The most important thing that I do is try to get my rest and to get a decent amount of hydration. And it's the toughest part is to try to not speak as much, because the same voice that you speak with is the same one that you sing with.
Sure.
And just doing the everyday tasks of getting on the plane or going from riding in the car from one location to the next. It's you naturally want to talk to people and engage and share all that, but that's probably the most challenging part, is remembering to save your voice and to rest your body, which houses your voice. And that it doesn't seem like it matters until you start touring, quite frequently, and then you realize very quickly you have to take care of your voice.
Yeah, I would think so. You're going to be out of a job.
Right.
And some angry fans, too.
That's very true. Very, very true.
Now, when I was talking to Fred Balboni, he was telling me about some of the legal issues that, with the name The Platters and all these different bands out there. Like I've understand that there have been some legal battles involving persons that were out on the road performing as and using the name The Platters. Now, as of now, are there still persons out there that are still operating as The Platters? And what has or is being done to make sure they don't perform or use The Platters' namesake?
Well, I'll say this. If there are any groups out there that are still currently functioning in that way, it's illegal.
Yes.
We are the only authorized group to have the name, and our legal team does actively, search out those groups that are, falsely using the name, and they do take the legal action that's necessary to make sure that comes to a halt. But the other funny thing about it is that, the beauty of the name is that when you go to market your show, and as the name is The Platters, these other groups, they show up in our social media channels.
Oh, wow.
So it's very obvious. Yeah, it shows up and it's very obvious. So it's like, if you're really doing this at this stage in the game, you're really not thinking about branding.
Exactly.
Because when you go to theplatters.com, your material is not there.
Right? And that just goes to show what an impact the Platters have had, in music, the last 50, 60 years, that there's people out there to this day copying the Platters. I mean, it's amazing.
Right.
Now, as the singer in the Platters, what is one of the fondest memories you have as a performer, in the Platters?
I would have to say there was one show we were performing, and I always look out in the audience and see, how people receive the music, and it brings up such wonderful memories, and it really takes people to wonderful places, when they experience this music in a live setting versus, just hearing the song.
Yeah.
And in this one particular show, I looked out in the front row, and there was this lady that had her phone. I noticed she was holding her phone up, and I looked at the screen, and there was somebody obviously watching from another location.
Wow.
And then this lady that was holding the phone, we were singing, I want to say it was Only You. She starts bawling. She just starts bawling. And that's just, I don't see that often, in shows. That just really touched me that, I don't know the full story between that woman and who she had on the screen there.
Yeah.
But just to see that it affected her that much, and she needed to share that memory with somebody at home. I truly believe that it was something that was very, very personal and close to them.
That's a great memory.
We have that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's amazing. Now the songs that you perform, are those from a completely different era of music. Do you find that the audiences are getting younger for the Platters style of music because the newer generation of fans grew up listening to their parents' records?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
We see younger and younger members attending our shows regularly, and they come up to us afterwards, and their eyes are just glowing, and they're so happy to meet us, and they thank us for continuing to share that music. And, one of the greatest things to hear is that they say, I didn't realize that I knew all these songs.
Right? My wife is like that. Yeah, she's 33, and she's like, who? And then I played Only You for her, and she goes, I've heard that in probably like 4 romantic comedy movies that I've watched or something or whatever. I'm like, you don't even know how much of their music you know? It's
right.
amazing. And she'll be with me for tomorrow night's show, so she's going to be blown away I'm getting chills just talking about it, to see this kind of music from that era. And I mean, music back then, the lyrics had something to say. It's not like a lot of music today where, I don't want to use the word, but they use, hoe and bitch and this and that and whatever else.
Right.
I mean, this was music from the heart that had a message, had a great melody, told a story, and yeah, it's totally amazing. That's why when I saw that you guys were coming, after seeing you live a few years ago, I said, I need to get with these guys again, because it just stuck in my mind.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to hear that. And
you're
right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Now, just a couple more quick questions, because I know you're real busy. Now, of today's artists on the radio, if you had the chance, is there someone out there you would like to work with in particular?
Oh, wow. I personally have been a fan of John Legend.
Oh,
and
yes.
I would love, more than anything, to meet him or perform alongside John Legend. That would be phenomenal.
Now you being in this business, you've come across, I'm sure, a lot of famous people and stuff. Do you still get starstruck when you meet someone that is in the music business, or an actor, or someone that you meet at the show?
It depends. It does sometimes. Because I try to look at everybody and go, we're all humans. And
Yes.
Everybody's on their journeys. But then I do get starstruck, and and I think about it, and when I look at them and I realize how much they've accomplished,
Yes.
to get to the point where their name has that much, weight to it, and they're that known, and I do stand in a bit of awe.
Yeah.
And I actually had the pleasure of meeting Don Thompson from In Vogue.
Yes.
A few years back, and I couldn't think of anything better to say, but just thank you.
Yeah.
I said thank you for everything that you gave.
Nice.
That's what I would say to any of my role models, or anybody that's in the music industry that's out there that's continually doing that, and sharing their art for people to enjoy. I just say thank you, because that's what inspired me to continue on my journey, and then I was able to step into this group, and now to be in a role where I'm able to inspire others by carrying on the legacy of such a wonderful name. I start to understand what that responsibility is.
Oh, it's a responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have a huge appreciation for anybody out there that's sharing in the same.
Now, finally, what is next for you and the Platters? Anything new coming up? Any? You guys ever think about, as a collective group, maybe writing some original material or anything like that?
Well, we do when we get together. We kind of play around and create some things here and there. I will say we are in the process of recording right now. We're working on a single, an EP, and in the future, an LP. And we love the process of being able to, try to push that boundary and move it forward a little bit. And it's very exciting. It is a very exciting process.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to certainly keep in touch with Fred, and once that process is complete and available to the press, we'd love to put that out on our website out to the world and let everybody know when that happens.
Absolutely. Just stay tuned into theplatters.com. We're updating, we're making updates all the time to the information there, trying to make sure that we're able to provide as much as possible for our fans. Mm-hmm. And we have a tour coming up in California, which is actually really exciting for us, because this last year when we were there, that was the first time that the Platters returned to California, where the group originated, in over a decade.
Wow.
I think beyond that. So we're really excited to get back out there. And then we also have a run of shows coming up in Laughlin, Nevada.
Oh, wow.
And we're returning there again. So we're really excited about that as well.
Oh, that sounds exciting, Lance. I want to thank you so much for your time and consideration for talking with us again today. And again, the Platters tomorrow night at the Dania Beach Casino. Showtime's at 8. Do you know?
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
8 p.m. And it's a wonderful venue, very intimate, and there's a couple of bars in the back of the venue. And for those that that want to get their drink on, and again. Thank you so much. We're already set with tickets, photo pass, so we're going to take really good care of you guys. And this interview will be up and running by later this evening. So now that I have your number, I'll send you a link to the interview so you can take a look at it. And Fred's also going to have it as well. And then we're going to do a post-show review as well. And after seeing you guys already, I know it's going to be a great review.
Oh, well, thank you, Bill.
All right, Lance, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and if we can come back before or after and say hello, that would be great.
Yeah, I'd love that.
All right.
Thank you for reaching out to us, and it was great to talk with you.
No worries. We'll see you tomorrow night, and safe travels to you and everyone.
All right.
God bless, buddy.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now.